Healing from narcissistic abuse means that you are on a path to remember who you are. Now, who are you?
Who are you?
Who am I? We are spirit governing a physical body with access to tools, namely our mind power, our willpower, and our emotions. What we're talking about here in this video really is spirituality 101 or personal development 101. This information technically should be taught to you in kindergarten. However, if for some reason this information was not related to you in the way that I am going to cover it today, then this is going to be the first video lesson for that for you. We are spirit. We're not our bodies. We cannot be our bodies because if you go to a funeral, well, body is in the casket. The spirit moves on to another dimension. It is important that you understand that you are not the body. Because if you identify with the body, this is where different disorders and illnesses will pop up. Because again, you're not the body. You're identifying with something that you are not. You are spirit at your core. You are spirit, the observer, the watcher, consciousness, prana, life force, source energy, chi. At your core, you are not physical, even though you operate a physical body. It is important that you understand that you are not your mind. Your mind is a tool. You can use the mind to think. You can use the mind to access your memories. You can use the mind to brainstorm. The mind is not the brain. The brain is physical. You'll find the brain at the body level. You cannot touch the mind, but you can touch the brain. It is very important that you understand the difference between your mind and your brain. Because while they are linked, they are not the same. Your mind is metaphysical, the brain is physical. Similarly, you are not your emotions. You feel emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. Similarly, it is important that you do not identify with your emotions. Allow them to pass through. Your emotions are essentially like a spiritual dashboard. It is there to tell you where you are vibrationally. So if anger pops up on your spiritual dashboard, then you are in a state of anger. So then you will need to check to see what is in your physical environment that is causing this, or it could be that you're thinking angry thoughts. So you're putting yourself in the emotional state of anger because your thoughts, which are generated in the mind, are linked to your emotions. But your thoughts that are generated in the mind are different from your emotions. Similarly, you're not the will. However, you know that you have a will, or someone can lose their will to live. Think of your willpower like your discipline muscle. And just like a muscle, it can get tired. So with this, then you know that your willpower kind of acts like a battery, right? So sometimes it's low, sometimes it can be high, which is why you should not solely rely on the will because that is a depleting asset. At your core, you are spirit. And when you truly understand that at your core you are spirit and you have access to tools, namely your mind power, your willpower, and your emotions, then you know that you can use your mind to make decisions that are in your best interest and also in the best interest of others around you. When you understand that you are spirit observing your emotions, then you know that you can also choose a better feeling emotion. If anger doesn't feel good, then maybe you should choose courage. Maybe choose love. Maybe choose acceptance or a higher vibration emotion. You're choosing emotions all the time. For example, if you're driving and someone cuts you off in traffic, you can hold on to anger until it eventually becomes rage and get into a road rage incident and get into an argument and a fight with this individual. Or you could let go of anger and choose something like courage to drive away and mind your business.
The things I do for love.
We are spirit governing a physical body with the access to tools, namely our mind power, our willpower, and our emotions. As you traverse this earth, you will move through life with such more ease and grace when you understand that you are spirit at your core. Hence, when you're interacting with individuals, do not solely judge that person based on their flesh, because someone could be attractive, but they could be operating an evil spirit. Because some of you, for example, got over by pretty privilege. The narcissist was attractive. That's flesh. We are not our bodies. We are spirit governing a physical body with the access to tools, namely our mind power, willpower, and our emotions. Now, if we were to look behind the physical veil of a pathological narcissist, what you will see is a dark spirit. Because they are dark at their core. Pathological narcissists abandoned source. So they abandoned light. They abandoned life. And if you abandoned life, then you accept death. If light steps out, darkness steps in. That is a law. So discern spirit. Does the person fall at the top of the Hawking scale, or are they at the bottom of the Hawking scale? Have they been working on their mind? Because you can tell that pathological narcissists have not been working on their mind, because they are losing their minds. You've heard me say it often on this channel that pathological narcissists are nuts, no pistachio. They are nuts, no cashew. You are dealing with someone with a couple of screws loose, because pathological narcissists believe that they are their ego. Pathological narcissists believe that they are their mind. And if someone believes that they are their mind, well, they are losing their minds, because pathological narcissists are nuts, no pistachio. You are dealing with a functional lunatic. We are not our ego. We are spirit governing a physical body with access to tools, namely our mind power, our willpower, and our emotions. Pathological narcissist people lost their minds. And they lost their minds because they abandoned source. They abandoned spirit. The entire disorder is born out of self-abandonment. And who are we? Who are you? We are spirit. Narcissists abandon spirit for ego. They abandon their true self for a false self. They abandoned light for darkness. They abandoned life for death. So understand that pathological narcissists are as close to a spiritual death as one can possibly get. So they are running on 5% battery life. And because they are dark at their core, then this darkness spreads to the psyche. And this is why clinicians are saying that they have a personality disorder, because the entire personality is disordered. The entire psyche is disordered. They are losing their minds. They can't control their emotions, and they cannot control their will. And you will eventually see this at the body level. You will see them acting very chaotic. They're going to neglect you. They're going to abuse you, because they are dark at their core. When you understand that the people that you see walking around on this planet are spirit, governing a physical body with access to tools, namely mind power, willpower, and emotion, and you know how to discern spirit, then you know a dark spirit versus a light spirit. You know a light worker versus a pathological narcissist. You know a star seed versus a black hole. You know the dead versus the living, because we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. But pathological narcissists abandon spirit. So they essentially are zombies, soulless beings walking around here on planet Earth, consuming life, force, energy. And understand that you are life, force, energy. So if you see a pathological narcissist come near to you, they come to consume you. They come to consume you. You are their new source. They come to siphon your energy because they abandoned their source. That is a pathological narcissist. That is what you're dealing with. It is of the utmost importance that you learn how to discern.